So the results are not optimal, and I'm gonna explain you in this video what that means. So, where should I start? The good news is that the situation in my lungs seem stable. So I have there some spots, but they seem not to develop, which is a very good news. The not so good news is that in my liver, the spots or the metastases, they still grew while I was doing my chemo the last 3 months. The growth is not crazy. If you would look at it statistically, it's probably below 25% between 3 months. 25% is like one measure of like defined progression in a cancer. So it's around this or below this value. So you could say, okay, it's very low, but if you look at the bigger pictures between 6 and 9 months, it's growing, and some spots it's really measurable that they grew while we were doing chemo, which of course is very bad news. So how do I feel? I feel sad. I feel, of course, disappointed. I was hoping for a better result, like we all were hoping for a better result, of course. So I tried to process the news, because we still checking some options, but like especially if we can do radiation, or if we can locally treat the liver with radiating pellets that you inject through the blood vessels in the liver and hope that this works. Surgery is not an option because there are too many spots. And so, making a long story short, if there is no dramatic medical improvement or change, or how would you say, special treatment or secret pill or something popping up in the next months, then this is not a good news at all, because the spots, they grow slowly, but they grow, and at one point I will feel them. At one point it will affect the functionality of my liver. And then at one point the liver will not be able to do its job anymore. And this process, nobody knows how long it will take, but it's definitely not 2 years. It's probably also not 1 year. We have to know that the progression of a cancer, sometimes it jumps, then it slows down again, and then it jumps. So that is something I try to focus on. And also, I had in the past 12 years many times when it jumped, but then somehow my system was managing again to stabilize the growth. And that's what I try to focus my mindset on, which is not easy. I'm very honest, it's not easy. Despite I have 12 years of practice and I teach a lot about mindset, it's very interesting to see how quick the mindset goes to the danger, to the threat, and how hard it is, or how much effort it takes to put the mindset again, to shift the focus again on things that can go well. And it's interesting, I think, for me to see that mindsetting and working on your mindset is not that you have once a click and then you're done. It's a constant reminder of, okay, what do I focus on? Is it helpful or is it not? And so, that's what I feel. I feel on one side disappointed and also somehow angry or sad. Of course, I cried a lot and I still try to process these emotions. And on the other side, it's interesting, I also observe a kind of a clear calmness inside of me, knowing that, okay, now I have this time and I have a healthy body. I don't feel anything at the moment. And having a crystal clear view on this precious time that I have, and asking myself, what do I want to do with this time? How do I want to spend it? But also, more interestingly, what do I believe, or what do I feel from inside? What kind of activities and what kind of life setup is helping me to support my system? And I have ideas. I will share that at one point. I definitely will not work so much. I cancelled most of my speaking gigs and I cleaned out my agenda already months ago, because I knew also if the results were good, I don't want to work like crazy. I want to do other things, other projects or other adventures, which I'm happy to talk about on this channel soon. And I don't have to know now. So I don't think that, as we know from the hero's journey, when the crisis hit, it takes time to process, and the emotions you go through, the rejection, the denial, and then slowly you get helpers and you decide to go on the journey, and you decide to enter the unknown land and to get like confronted with the different tests until you finally meet your demons. And so this development from getting hit by the crisis, decision to getting on the journey and going through the journey, and hopefully learning and growing through the journey, and then returning home or where you started from, this takes time. And I know I don't have to like push myself and say like, tomorrow I have to know. And so one thing I did consciously long time ago is I reserved this hut here. It's an amazing place. You see here in the Swiss mountains. Here you have a hot pot I'm gonna use in the next days, because starting in 2 days there will be snow. Now only the Jungfrau has some snow. It's beautiful. It's really stunning, and it's a very calm place here. And this was a smart move that I said, okay, independently how the results are going to turn out, I want to come here and go into nature and connect with myself and connect with whatever I have to connect with, my emotions, my worries, my hopes, my plans, my projects, whatever I have to go through. And this is here the framework. It's a good calm energy, magic energy with these mountains. And so that's probably a difference from 10 years ago, that I'm much more experienced and seeing in advance that what I need, independent if the results are good or bad, and then organizing myself this space, making sure I have this space and not like getting surprised and suddenly like, oh, I'm in the city and with all the people and so much. I knew I had to go away to process. So yeah, this is what I'm doing now. I'm gonna stay here for a week, and I'm gonna take a lot of hot cold baths here. Perfect place. And then we take it from there. When I come back to the city, I will have talks with doctors and looking at different options and seeing what's the best plan. And then at one point I'm also very happy to share with you the thing that is growing inside of me, what I want to do. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the support, all the comments. Also, if you have questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. I was thinking of also doing kind of a Q&A video at one point, not answering questions one by one over email or so. So feel free to post questions there, and yeah, looking forward to see you here next time. Take care. Bye bye.